correct. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now Stafford. They'll run the screen with Mack. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Stafford on third down. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 23. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
And it's third down.
First carry now. This is Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here is Eckler. Room here to run. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 34. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Stafford. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
4 at the Texans' 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off of play action, here's Stafford. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it. We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On first and 10, Stafford. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Stafford. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
6-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stafford. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
They'll take over first down.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll get this to Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the Colts' 44-yard line.
Just a yard to go here on second down. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Breaking the set. 19.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it down from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as we're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 79 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. What an excellent run. And from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Eckler. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He can't get him down. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored point.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Stafford's pass intercepted by the Texans. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler, finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Houston.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Mack on the counter. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And 9.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. They worked very well there for a first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off by Deone Buchanan. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
By the Texans. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7-yard line.
Here's Watson now on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
Texans.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Blankenship out for the point after. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A quick throw here out to Cobb. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
54, right there,
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Duke Johnson, the ball carrier.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
First down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
Well, that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit Pater. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
54, check, watch 54.
From the gun, here's Watson. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Texan.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the 50, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Hines on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead.
He's got a man. Complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
At the 49-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun is Eason. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 10.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 10.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of the coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 mark. Mark 54. 54 down, team.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Lions on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Again, it's Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd and 2, Eason, a good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
At the 36-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Eason. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at the 23. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
For the extra point.
Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun. Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ben Banagoo. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Eason. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off 14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
24-yard line.
From the gun, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for a touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Well, a pretty surprising suboptimal start to the drive there.
I like that, suboptimal, to put it nicely, right? Because you would think that with all the time they had on the sideline prior to that one, they'd come up with a little bit better play than that one. That was a disaster right from the beginning.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
40-yard line.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Watson now going to run the option right. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Johnson, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Eckler. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Gain of 4.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On for the field goal, a 39-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up